Good morning, dear students of class 8. Welcome to this English online learning class. Today we are going to take up the poem Macavity the Mystery Cat. We are going to work on the question answers of this poem. Now, yesterday we took up this poem and today we are going to work with the question answers. Now, first question. Read the first stanza and think. Is Macavity a cat really? Answer. Macavity is a cunning cat. So it's a cat with special powers and is a cunning cat, a master criminal. If not, who can Macavity be? If not a cat, he can be an expert thief or criminal or a mysterious creature. Now question 2, complete the following sentence. A master criminal is one who evades arrest and escapes from the scene of crime. We cannot arrest a master criminal because a master criminal escapes from the scene of crime. The Scotland Yard is baffled because it fails to get a clue about the criminal. Baffled means they are confused, they are puzzled. The London police is puzzled because they are not able to get any clue about Macavity the mystery cat. Now Flying Scot is able to catch hold of him because Macavity moves much faster than them. So Flying Scot, they are not able to catch hold of Macavity because Macavity moves faster than them. Question 3. A cat, I'm sure, could walk on a cloud without coming through. This is a quote by Jules Verne. Which law is Macavity breaking in the light of the comment above? So the answer is the Newton's law of gravitation. Question number 4. Read stanza 3 and then describe Macavity in 2 or 3 sentences of your own. Answer. Macavity is a very cunning and cautious cat. He is tall and thin. His eyes are sunken in, his forehead is wrinkled, and his head is dome-like. His coat is soiled because of dust, and hair on his cheek, whiskers, is not combed. Question 5. Say false or true for each of the following statements. Macavity is not an ordinary cat. Yes, Macavity is a cat with special powers. True. Macavity cannot hold what a fakir can easily do. Cannot do what a fakir can easily do. It is false because Macavity has levitation powers. Macavity can float in the air, and even a fakir is surprised to see this. Macavity has supernatural powers. True. Macavity is well-dressed, smart and bright. False, because Macavity's coat is dirty. Macavity is a spy, a trickster, and a criminal all rolled in one. Yes, it is because Macavity is a mystery cat. Having read the poem, try to guess whether the poet is fond of cats. If so, why does he call Macavity a fiend and a monster? The poet admires the cat for his swift movement, expert criminality, and the way he gives a slip to the police. He is a lawbreaker at the same time. So the poet calls him a devil and a giant. So the poet admires the cat, but then because here he is saying it's a lawbreaker, and so he calls him a devil and a giant. Question 7. Has the poet used exaggeration for special effect? Find a few examples of it and read those lines aloud. Exaggeration, something which you say uh, in uh, in more words, means you exaggerate, which is not normal. The following statements are examples of exaggeration. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad despair. So this is not for you. This is just an exaggeration which the poet has used for Macavity the mystery cat. His power of leviation, floating in the air without support. A fiend in feline shape and a monster of depravity. How does the poet describe Macavity and his crimes? So the answer is, Macavity was a male cat. He was a clever criminal. He had no fear of law or the police. He escaped from the scene of crime before the police arrived there. He was tall and thin. He was careless about his clothes and whiskers. He moved like a snake and pretended to be asleep. He was in fact a devil in the shape of a cat. He was wicked and morally corrupt. So this is how the poet describes Macavity and his crimes. Question 2. How does the poet support his statement, there is no one like Macavity? The answer, the poet calls Macavity a master criminal. He could make a good escape before the police came to the scene of crime. He befooled the soldiers, the police, and the flying squad. He was an outlaw. He was master in his field, and that is why the poet uses the word master criminal. He was matchless, a devil in the shape of a cat. Thank you, students. So we have discussed the question answers of Macavity, the mystery cat. You can do these question answers um, because these days you are having your periodic test. After the test, you can write them down in your notebooks, English notebooks. Thank you, students. Have a nice day. Take care.